Cafe Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Somehow I made it through that crazy Friday. That anxious, oh my God day.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It's episode 1928, 1928. Isn't that great? 1928. I'm Mike Matthews, and this is Mike's Not Going to Hate Anything. Mike's going to love everything. Hey, if you would like to contribute to this show, here's what you can do. You can email me, MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com, or
Mike's Daily Podcast
336MM Daily. You can call me 3 + 3 = 6MM as in Mike Matthews. Daily as in what this podcast
Mike's
has been for what,
Daily
3 days now.
Podcast.
Insane, incredible.
Yeah!
Incredible. And welcome to Cafe Anyway. Mike's Daily Podcast is broadcasting from the last place on earth, somewhere in Podcastro Valleyton today. And last show, I was very anxious because there was a lot of stuff going on and unpredictability and people being unpredictable. And they were just driving me crazy. And then work ended yesterday. I was done with work and I went home. By the way, somebody did something very good at my work and everybody got taken out to lunch except for me. And basically, the hardworking radio side had to stay basically behind, as everybody got to go out to lunch on the company. Feeling left behind is not cool. It's not only do I have separation anxiety, like my dog, Basil the Boxer, who will bark for you momentarily, but I don't know. That's not cool when people get left behind. And I've been guilty of it. I've been invited to things and, to just blatantly, I try not to make a big deal about it because I know that people are going to feel left out and that sucks. But I've done it and it sucks.
And here's today's podcast picture.
But then, as Groucho once said, I would rather not be part of a party that would want me as a member or club, something like that. Podcast picture today is of this guy. Hey, Mike, this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Yes, I do know that. Mike, I'm going to walk across the room in a special moment that's very theater of the mind radio-y. Do you know that? All right, let's hear you do that. Okay, I'm over here, and now I'm going to walk all the way over here, and I'm going to shut a door here at Cafe Anyway. Do you know that? All right.
Is that why you're bald, Mike?
Now I'm back over here. Do you know that? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have microphones. Basil doesn't like Theater of the Mind podcasts. Basil's saying, cut it out. Separation anxiety is what I got, Mike. Don't ever leave me, Mike. That's what he's saying. Okay, I'm sorry, Basil. Wow. I'll do my best to stick around. Yeah, so see that picture with Bison Bentley at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Today, I would like to discuss some things like how my back hurts. I'm not sure why my back hurts. I would like to tell you, at 50 years old, I have been very blessed that my back has not been hurting that much. My back used to hurt a lot in my 30s, and somehow I started doing a lot more. Now I just answered my own question. You need to engage your core. You need to do sit-ups, and I hate sit-ups, and I hate crunches. And I used to do it all the time, and when I did do it, I didn't have back issues. And lately, I haven't been doing it as much. But what I've been trying to do is I try to do a leg lift pull-up combo. I find a bar, or not a bar like this place, Cafe Anyway, where people are drinking, you lushes. Why don't you go get a job? Why don't you go? Just go. Go find a bar to do a pull-up on. One of the ones that you pull up. A horse walks into a bar and says, "Why the long face? Ouch, my head." Is that how that joke goes? Anyway, Cafe Anyway, what I do is I'll find something that I can put my hands on above me to lift me up is what I'm saying. A ledge. What do you call those? They're not pavers. They're called scavers. Scavies? No. The things... Barugula? Anywho. It's those things that they have like in your backyard and they provide shade for you. And they're pretty sturdy and I'll grab onto them and do a pull-up. But while you're hanging there, pull your legs up to your chest. That's not easy to do. To do it correctly, to get it up as high as it can go. And I can't get my legs all the way up to my chest, as some people can. But to do that requires your muscles to work in your stomach, in your stomach. So in order to do that, you are engaging your core. And it's very important to do that because when you do that, you have less back problems. It's a truth. I'm basing this on stuff I've heard from health people, from muscle people. There's a muscle guy named Michael Matthews who's not me, and I think he goes by Mike Matthews sometimes. And if you do a Google search of Mike Matthews, you don't get me, you get him. This young guy who's all steroided out. And so I would defer to his knowledge about that, but honestly, he's a douche. Hey! This show went blue. And by douche, I mean a nice person who stays clean. Because isn't that French for cleaning? A bath? A shower? Did you have no? People who call in sick all the time. Let me just switch topics, if I may, very briefly. Ever so briefly. By the way, this is probably going to be the last podcast for a couple of days, because tonight I drive to the lovely town of somewhere near Point Reyes Station, I think, in that general vicinity. Yes, I'm going up into fire country. Shoot. But it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to go to Point Reyes with my lovely, beautiful lady friend is what I meant to say. And Basil the Boxer. We're going to go up there and Airbnb it. And then we're going to have a fun time on Sunday. And I won't have time to do a podcast. And hopefully Monday won't be as stressful as Friday was at my job. So what my point is, hopefully Monday evening, maybe a podcast. And my lovely lady friend has been making some comments that she wants to be on the show again. So hopefully we can get that to happen as we go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley 10. By the way, if you are listening to this on Saturday, tune in tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. You can listen to some music and hear me doing a show, a 6-hour show, 6 a.m. to noon. Wait, how's he going to do that if he's going to be in Point Reyes Station? On 92.1 FM in the Contra Costa County area. KKDV, 92.1 FM, or you can go to kkdv.com to hear the show tomorrow morning, as I do every Sunday morning. So back to people who call in sick all the time. You know who I'm talking about at your job. Hey, where's Susan today? Oh, she's got a cold. Uh-huh. Next day. Hey, where's Susan today? Oh, she's got a problem with her foot. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, where's Susan today? Oh, her car wouldn't start and she can't get anyone to get her to work. She's trying to get here, but she probably won't make it. Uh-huh. Okay. Excuses! Excuse me! What up with the excuses? First excuse, okay. Second excuse, I'm starting to get a little suspicious, but okay. Third excuse, I'm suspicious. Fourth excuse, Fifth excuse, and there are people that do 20, 30, 40 a year or a week. And how do everybody grumbles underneath their breath about it. They all know. We're not stupid. And the person knows that we know. But stuff doesn't get done, does it? It's tough. I don't know where you work if they don't allow that, if they don't stand for that, and they get kicked out after a while. Do they see these peoples? Do they see how infirm and feeble they look to the real world? I mean, here's someone who's saying they're sick all the time. Next thing you know, they're on a vacation to some area. They have to be in some kind of healthy state to get to that area. Like they're going to fly to Hawaii or whatever. They're going to be in a plane. They're going to be traveling and walking and stuff. They're healthy for that, but not for work. Do they know how everybody sees right through them? That's a question. How on earth? And every job's got someone like that. And every person gets... everyone takes advantage. Well, this person that I'm speaking of will take advantage of the situation because they get away with it once, then twice, then so many times they keep getting away with it. And then after a while, everybody becomes enablers to that person. Okay. One last thing I would like to bring up. I don't want to go too long on today's podcast because I could. It's just one of those. And I know I'm curmudgeonly, but I invite you to join me in the curmudgeon zone because I know everyone has that in them, their curmudgeon bone in them. That complaint, it's the spleen. The complaint spleen inside of everyone. Complaining spleen. You don't have to explain. I mean, you can. You can curmudgeon to me is what I'm saying. Come curmudgeon with me. Call me 336MM Daily and voice your complaint. In the segment Emails from Email and your calm and not so comments. You need to calm down. But you can get it off your chest. Call me on the Get It Off Your Chest line, 336MM Daily. That's 3 + 3 = 6. MM is a Mike Matthews Daily, isn't what this podcast is, but probably won't be after this show for a couple of days. All right. So, here's what I'd like to complain about real quick. People who make jokes by putting down other people in social settings. All right, there's some people that joke a lot. They got a joke, and they joke, and they joke. And after a while, they run out of material because they've quoted every movie, every TV show that they've watched, and they make jokes about that, and that's very unoriginal because you didn't write that movie or TV show. You're just pulling lines, and everybody goes, "Oh, ha, 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 I remember that. That was a funny part in that movie, huh?" Or if you don't laugh at it because you didn't see the movie, they go, "Oh, what? You didn't see that movie? Oh, you gotta see that movie. Next time you come over, we're gonna watch that movie." Oh, I look forward to that. Wait, was that sarcastic enough? Hold on. I look forward to that. No, it wasn't a sarcastic voice. Okay. They need to stop with those quoting movies. And then when they run out of material, movies and TV shows, when they run out of that stuff, they go to ripping on someone that's in the, there. Oh, Mike's bald. Ha, ha, ha. Mike's old. Ha, ha. Mike. Joking. I have become the butt of jokes and this is males. This is mostly males that do this. I had some high school friends, and I was nice because I'm a nice guy, and they'd call me up, and they go, "Mike, let's get together." And I would say, "Okay, let's go. We'll get together." We go, we meet up. "Oh, you're my longtime friends. It's good to see you. What's going on?" "Mike, what a stupid shirt." "Okay, it's great to see you. Very nice to see. I'm glad I took the time out of my busy schedule to see you and to talk and to get caught up and catch up on old times." "Mike, you still at that stupid job? Still doing that stupid podcast? You do those stupid voices?" It's so good to see you and to talk to you and to meet you face to face and to be nice to you and kind to you as you make fun of me. Then finally I go, enough! Enough! Seriously. Done. There was a guy I knew from high school, and he befriended someone I knew I knew him all the way from kindergarten. And the two of them, one-on-one, they were nice. When they got together, it was all rip on Mike time. And I said, enough. And I wrote the guy an email. No, I wrote him a letter. I mailed it to him. I said, don't respond to this letter. Don't write me back. Don't try and call me. I'm done with you. Because every experience I have with you turns into this session of idiocy, and I can't take it anymore. I'm done. And that happened, almost, I think I would say about 17 years ago. I still haven't heard from that guy, and I don't ever want to. So what I'm saying is you don't need people like that in your life. Get them the heck out. And people that make jokes about and put down people in social settings, they need to stop. And we need to stop encouraging them. We need to stop laughing at the stupid jokes where they're putting down someone. It's oh, Mike, you're too sensitive. No, it's dumb. And whether you realize it or not, it is negatively impacting you, and it needs to stop. Finally, as I'm wrapping up the show, and this one, I don't think I'm going to be too popular about saying this, but there's a charity that gives to homeless people restored stolen cars. Okay, I don't know the name of this charity that does this, but apparently in the Bay Area, a lot of cars get stolen and broken into, and people just break glass, and it's ridiculous. One of the main reasons to move out of the Bay Area. That and the gas prices, the taxes. Oh, yeah, and now it's smoke everywhere, and you can't breathe. But a lot of cars get stolen. When they retrieve the cars, they sometimes don't give them back to the owners because the owners don't want them because the cars are defaced, torn apart. So this company takes those cars, buys them, restores them, and then gives them for free to homeless people. Everything works great up until the homeless part. Because, well, I guess if you give a homeless person a car, now they've got a place to live. And a lot of people live in their cars in the Bay Area. I don't mind that as long as they're, well, it's not good living in your car. It's not healthy. Your body isn't really meant to sleep in a car. It's meant to sleep on a flat surface. Cars don't really you can make some parts of it flat, but you know what I'm saying? That's not a good way to live. But Mike, some people don't have a choice. I don't know. I'm not sure California. A lot of people, they want to make it. They want to make money in the Bay Area. They want to live in the Bay Area. But is that the cost you need to pay, is to live in your car? It's bad. And I've listened to, there was a great podcast that KALW did where somebody actually interviewed these people in San Jose that work at Silicon Valley jobs and they live in their cars. And they're quite happy. But all right, if you're quite happy, it's just weird, isn't it? In your head, in your mind hole. But what I don't agree with is giving people cars that are, well, no, wait, let me back that up. I'm going to back it. Beep, beep, beep. People that live, let's say, on the streets, it's very sad to me when I see them have a dog with them. And because, a dog needs to have a certain type of food, a nutrition. Yeah, vets will say you should feed your dog in the morning and the night, twice a day. They need to be fed, and they need to be fed a consistent food. You're not changing the food every time. The dog food doesn't change from day to day. You need a consistent food that you're giving them. Their systems are very delicate that way. And a homeless person can't possibly be giving that dog the proper food that they need. Anyway, I'm just bringing this up because there was a homeless encampment in this creek bed area in Podcastro Valley, and half of the people there had dogs. And one of them actually died because the dog came at a policeman and he shot him. And the dog died, and it was sad. But I don't know. It's just irresponsible to me. As a dog owner, I feel bad for him. Okay. And then also, some homeless people on the street, under pressure. The people on the street that live in the street that have bikes. And, some of these people have mental issues that they're dealing with, and they're on bikes. That's kind of scary because they're moving fast. They're moving in and out of traffic. They're not following laws. We see that it's when they're walking, it's a little less dangerous. But on a bike, when they're actually moving, I guess that's my thought there. It's always been a little scary to me. Oh, there's a person flying by on a bike now who's quote unquote homeless. Look out. But see, that's bizarre to me because I have enough trouble when I owned a bike to keep that bike in good condition. It was a tough time. I don't know how these people that don't have anything are keeping those bikes in good condition unless they're borrowing them. Let's wrap this show up with a couple of headlines that you might find interesting. And I was going to tell you about Maria Butina. She's the one that a lot of conservatives liked. She was Russian, and I don't know, she's back in Moscow. Okay, Elon Musk says Tesla has finally made a ready-to-deploy solar roof. A solar roof. I know a guy who works in the solar industry who says, don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. It's a sleek roof. It's Elon Musk's latest thing. He unveiled the product in 2016, but the company hasn't been able to bring production up to full scale. It's called a photovoltaic tile, and it's designed to resemble a regular shingle, unlike solar panels on roofs. Governor Newsom has declared emergency as wildfires force evacuations from wine country to Los Angeles. Yes, it's terrible. From Sonoma down to L.A. And I'm going to be in Sonoma County tonight. Woohoo! And that's the latest. Look, who's out here right now? Hi, Mike. It's Benita the rodeo queen. How's y'all doing?
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
I don't like the way the bicycle makes me feel in my nether regions.
Oh. Thanks for sharing that. Look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer hassle right now. I'll cut you over.
Thank you, Brewmaster, for the root beer. And there you go. That wraps up another show. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. You can chime in on any of these topics. Call me at 336-MM Daily. That's the Cafe Anyway line. And also get it off your chest line. And it's also MikesDailyPodcast.com. And here's Ariel with the rest of the info. Talk to you soon.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!